Video from replicant fish, modern women getting triggered when men are not saving them.
Modern women getting triggered. Triggered when men aren't saving them. It is so sad when they just expect men to just be there to save them.
As a single woman, is there anything more annoying than when people say to you, it'll happen when you're not looking?
No.
It'll happen when you're not looking.
Everyone's looking.
So annoying.
Everyone's looking.
Three single women on a boat, a cruise ship, whatever they're on something that floats, but they're just left afloat. Manless.
Sounds like they are probably the leftover women, and the women who are telling these girls this, that's how it happened to them. And they were probably desirable enough for a man to want to be with them. But it may not be true for you ladies.
Tired of hearing the same old story over and over again. Just wait, a man will come along. Yeah, well, for these women and a lot of women, yeah, no man's coming along. It's just them, and they're complaining, I guess.
Just maybe not in that second you're not looking.
This is what we're talking about over porn star martinis. Thank you very much.
It sounds like you're complaining. Sounds like you're.
Be more like this girl over here who's just sitting there smiling and not saying much. I bet out of all three of you, I bet she gets scooped up sooner.
Drunk and complaining women. That's pretty normal, isn't it?
It'll happen when you're not looking. Shut up.
Wow, what a lovely trio of women.
Wow, I wonder why she's still single. It's a great mystery.
Trio of women.
It'll happen when you're not looking.
Why are they single? It's like, I can't fathom why they're single. Their aura is so radiant.
I know.
It's quite demure, isn't it?
She already told us to shut
It'll
up.
happen when you're not looking.
I don't hate men, but you know what I do hate?
I think you're hating men. I think she does. I don't believe her. I think she does.
Is when I go to order a drink and men stare at me and they watch me pay. And then they start talking to me.
I mean, you've bought your own drink already. Hey, you're getting yourself drunk. That's good. I'm not saying that's the point, to get a woman drunk. That's not what I'm saying. But hey, you're sort of intoxicating yourself. He gets to save money and just get to see if you're interested. If you're not, yeah, carry on. What is it?
Well, any man who sees a woman like this, if he's somewhat conscious, will probably assume she's a crazy, rabid, raging feminist. And if you do offer to buy her a drink or open her door, I don't know, she might get mad at you for doing so.
Men aren't buying drinks anymore. Oh, men aren't buying drinks. It's okay.
And you know what else I hate? I hate when I'm carrying something heavy and a man just stares at me as I carry it up a flight of stairs. And then he offers to help me.
A man with his big, strong muscles not helping her. With her fragile woman arms, her spindly little woman arms. Really? In some weird way, isn't this modern women taking advantage of men just because they're men?
Well, it's a story that gets repeated constantly. Just a woman holding a man to gender roles, but she doesn't want to be held to those same gender roles. It's quite simple. She's definitely a feminist. And again, if you started talking to her about what a woman should do, how a woman should behave, how a woman should speak, the things a woman's supposed to do, she's not going to like it. So it's all about one-sided gender roles every time.
In reverse, women would say, men are just disgusting in, being men. But here we have women almost demanding that what men do something, demand men come and talk to them. Demand men help them. Use your muscles, men. Use your muscles and help these women. Don't. I'm exaggerating, but...
And like when it comes to gender roles, what they're talking about is even men doing it for strangers. Like they're still, it's like, I don't even know you and you're still holding me to one-sided gender roles. It'd be a little bit different if, for one, you weren't a feminist, and two, I knew you and I was dating you. But you're holding men to gender roles who don't even know you. It doesn't even make sense. We're strangers. And yet you still want me to spend money on you. I don't even know you. You still want me to help you out with your couch or whatever. Again, I don't know you. So it's like, it's not only are these women holding men to one-sided gender roles, expecting them to live up to their masculine duties. It's not even men they don't know. It's just complete strangers. Fascinating.
Really? You don't think it's a bit arrogant of you?
Inside my apartment. once he already watched me do all the heavy lifting. I also hate the fact that if I wear a dress like this out, the first thing men will ask me is if I have a boyfriend instead of, are you interested in me? Hey, what a question. Are you interested in me? The answer is no.
So why would they ask? You know, you probably give off the vibe that, you know, that's what you'd say.
No.
Is there any more respectable way to approach it? It's like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I do. Okay, bye. I'm not going to interfere with your relationship. It doesn't get any more respectful. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I don't. Okay, let's continue talking. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I do. All right, bye-bye. See you later. I respect your relationship. How do you get angry at that?
Right. Ask something else. Where's your man? Do you have a man? Where's your boyfriend? Or your man?
And again, if I'm this woman's boyfriend, I would be happy that men are approaching it this way. I would be happy that they're asking you if you have a boyfriend first, and then you tell them yes, hopefully, and then they go about their day.
Chick who hates men but pretends you don't? Yeah.
But why is it, do you have a boyfriend? Because here's the thing, if I say no to that, then you think you have a f***ing shot.
Okay.
You don't. Boyfriend or not, I'm not interested in you.
So you want the help from men. They make her open her eyes. Maybe she open her mouth as well. All right, seriously. So you want the help from men, but you don't want to even reciprocate anything. Even a number. Yeah. And women are confused as to why men aren't saving them, helping them lift packages, opening doors, even approaching them. Really? What are you going to get, man? What are you going to get? Nothing. Nothing. Not even a thank you?
No.
Not even drawers?
No.
Not even drawers. What's the point?
I'm not interested in you. So that's the question you should actually be asking. And just so we're clear, I don't hate men.
Yeah, after everything you've just said, yeah, I don't believe you.
But I just hate these things that you do.
I think you hate men as well. It's okay. It's okay. There are a lot of other man-hating women that will hug you as well. Not surprising, they're all manless. Some of them. Because some of them actually have a man, and the lighter women that are single.
No.
Nice guys do finish last, and they're happy about it because they're making sure you come first.
Okay, see what you did there? It's a very dirty joke. You're a grown woman, you know, you should be more mature. Which has always baffled me because I'm like, you're grown, that's, oh, whatever. But okay. The question is, how many women deserve to come first? If at all. Yeah.
I don't understand why everyone's so...
Well, you know what I was thinking actually about this girl with the black hair? And maybe I've done this in the past and I should probably stop doing it, is just assuming that she hates men. And, you know, as much as it does seem like they might, and it may be true, and when it comes to feminists, a lot of them will outright state, I hate men. But I don't like when people just assume that I hate women because I sit here and address the bullshit that they say. I don't hate women. So, you know, maybe it's true because, again, a lot of these feminists do outright say they hate men. They're very proud to say it. And again, yes, a lot of them will outright say it. Which is why, right, there is that stigma that feminists and women like her do hate men. But probably shouldn't assume that she does hate men because I don't want, and I don't like when people assume that I hate women just because I have some criticisms of them.
If you've ever felt pathetic waiting for a text back, just remember that at some point in history, a lonely dame sat by her window, day after day, a look of yearning painted on her face, anxiously awaiting for her lover to reply to her carrier pigeon.
Well, at least unlike a modern woman, some modern women, she's not on the internet right now scrolling for her next man to get ran through by.
I'm so lonely.
You know, because, you know, there's a long time between a carrier pigeon, so, you know, less running through going on. Yeah, I'm just saying. Men would waste time courting a classic woman, traditional woman. A modern woman, that's actually a waste of time. It's like, nah, woman, not even any foreplay. Just rough and chafing. I'm joking. That's too far. But yeah, sometimes the extra effort with a modern woman is not needed. We don't live in carrier pigeon time anymore. Everything's quick and fast.
Just like a woman.
And every time she heard a coo, coo, her ears would perk up thinking that a response from her dearly beloved had finally arrived. Coo, coo.
A modern
What the
woman,
hell?
it'd be a notification from one of her many dating apps, one of her social media things, or one of her dudes blowing up her phone. Yeah. So women are getting a lot of cuckoos now, aren't they?
Coo, coo. But every single time, it was just a common pigeon. So
That's what some men say about a lot of women. All right. No.
common pigeon.
No, we're joking. But in some way, isn't every notification just a common pigeon?
Coo, coo. So, things could be worse.
You see how I pull up to his location? Very violent, very dangerous, very insane. I don't do too much. I do just enough. I stalk. I plot. I like to be aware. I don't like surprises. Very violent, very dangerous, very insane. I check his location every 5 minutes. Very violent, very dangerous, very insane, very aware.
Alrighty, this is for anyone that is on dating apps. Dating apps are not good for your mental health. I'm going to put it straight. They are literally the junk food of society and the dating world because they make you feel like you're going to get instant gratification. They do give people instant gratification a lot of the time. You get likes, you get matches, you have some sort of emotional support.
Well, they give women instant gratification and they give a minority of men instant gratification.
Messages, it's all meaningless, it's all surface level. Of course there's exceptions and people do meet the love of their life on dating apps, but a lot of the time people are on there to fill a void and you get caught up in those traps. So what it's like is you go on there, you get instant gratification, you're like, great, and then you might not get a reply.
Do you know one thing I've noticed about dating apps? It seems like a lot of women are so used to having so many men just shooting their shot constantly
I am the table.
that it's gone beyond the point of women expecting it. I think it's to insane levels now where women are expecting, because men are doing it obviously, women expect men to constantly be shooting their shot because of how dating apps are messing with their mind, like she's saying. I think they are driving a lot of women crazy. But the obvious point, what's baffling a lot of these women is a lot of these men aren't trying to save them. A lot of these men are just trying to run through it.
Well, that would make sense. What he just said is that because they're on dating apps and these guys are constantly, sliding in their messaging inbox, shooting their shot, that when they go out in public and maybe they delete the dating apps, because this is what women will do, is like, oh, they'll try out the dating apps and then they'll get upset when it doesn't go great and then they'll delete it. But yes, they've been so used to men shooting their shot on Tinder or Bumble or Hinge or whatever, and then they go out into the real world and they're like, why aren't men approaching me? Why aren't men approaching anymore? I mean, well, yeah, you're used to dating apps. This isn't stranger. This is what's unique about dating apps, is it does allow you to use a platform to completely meet strangers, whereas usually this just isn't how couples meet. Usually there's some sort of thing in the middle that helps create this opportunity to meet. This whole stranger going up to stranger and creating a connection out of nothing is quite rare. So that's true. It's a good point.
No. It's like for some reason a lot of men have abandoned capes.
You end up ghosted in a situationship. So this is how it is like junk food, right? You eat it. You get instant gratification, you feel good in that moment, and then you always regret it and you feel like, and then because you feel like you go and emotionally eat more, and then you feel even worse. So it's kind of like the loop of doom. It's the same with dating apps. If you really want to find someone, learn how to be happy on your own. Like, there is absolutely no avoiding it. You cannot just keep seeking this dopamine from freaking dating apps, which...
You wonder how many women are using dating apps, hoping to find their savior on a dating app. Not that it doesn't happen, but a lot of them are shocked when it's like, yeah, men aren't trying to save them.
From freaking dating apps, which is going to last about 5 minutes. You're never going to get holistic happiness or life satisfaction by seeking these surface level relationships with these people behind a screen. Like, you need to delete the freaking apps, work on yourself, become happy. And no, when I say happy, I don't mean you're going to be 100% happy. No one's ever 100% happy. It's yin and yang. There's good and bad, bad and good. You're never going to be 100% happy, but you need to be.
Wow, this woman is going into yin and yang, becoming a life philosopher. This is what happens when these women get on dating apps, swipe right on a guy out of their league, hope and think and pray and hope that this guy will commit to her. And then what just happens is she ends up sleeping with him and he ghosts her and he's on to the next. These women, then they start talking about yin and yang, start becoming life philosophers. Look, this is what happens. You go on these dating apps and you aren't intelligent about your swiping tendencies and you swipe right on a guy who's really just looking to have some fun. He wants no strings attached, non-commitment, no commitment, sex. And you give it to him. And then you think, well, I mean, let's be real. Dating apps, yes, they're a problem. But this woman here, it probably could be solved if she just swiped more intelligently. If she was a little bit more understanding of where she stands in the sexual marketplace. And what happens is, if you start swiping right on men who are much more superior to you in sexual market value, cannot be surprised when they don't take you serious for a commitment. If commitment is what you're looking for, swipe more intelligently and be better at assessing your sexual market value and swipe right on a man who's closer to you and that value, and you might be surprised at how more likely these men are to actually give you long-term commitment. I don't know, it seems like these women need some sort of lesson before they get on dating apps. I could see that in the future. If these dating apps stick around, they need to put some sort of little class. They need to put these women through a class full of lessons, and at the end, they get a quiz. And they're like, okay, ladies, what's going to happen if you swipe right on a guy who's much more attractive than you, who's out of your league? What's going to happen? A, he's likely to pump and dump. B, he's going to be really excited to commit to you. What are the other options? Which answer is correct? A, yes, he's going to smash and dash. Good job. Like they need lessons. They need a class on this shit. Otherwise, it's just a free-for-all, and women like her show up on these apps. They get real excited that they're matching with a guy who is so far out of her league. They love it. They love the dopamine. They love the validation, the attention. This handsome man is entertaining her. Never happened before. It's like, let's try it out. And then boom, she gets absolutely railed and then starts becoming a life philosopher, talking about yin and yang. There's no light without dark. Jesus.
On your own and okay on your own.
Seems to be what a lot of, women are having to do. Be content on their own. It's like no choice. Cat stocks are going up, aren't they?
Damn right.
There is a trend.
They need to regulate dating apps. It's a very unregulated place right now. And I saw Hinge is kind of starting to do something like that, to where these women can't match with more men if they have 9 conversations open or something like that. Like, they're having to implement certain restrictions and they're starting to have to regulate it a little bit more. And I think that would make a lot of sense, right? Either put some boundaries on these chicks, put them through some lessons, quiz them, help them understand what happens when you match with a guy or entertain a guy who is obviously better than you.
So my advice, delete the apps. Delete the apps. You do not want to be in the loop of doom. Focus on yourself, and then when you're feeling fantastic, the love of your life will be attracted to you.
He'll come along, yeah, like the first women said, he'll come along.
Pretty much.
No, he won't.
It won't be.
Pretty much.
Modern women have been promised a delusion and illusion that a man will come along, they will find a man will be there when they're ready. The truth is, no, he won't. No, he won't. Have a nice day.
Yeah, at this point, she thinks she's going to get a meet cute now. Now she's going to start, talking about, where are all the men? Why aren't they approaching me? Why aren't they approaching me in a coffee shop or at the grocery store? Typical. But yeah, good video from Replicant Fish. Go check them out. So if you enjoyed that and you made it this far, leave a subscription on the channel. I would appreciate it. And leave a like. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.